Let's just take a look at how you create and apply master pages in Affinity Publisher. So master pages store page elements that you'd like to apply across more than one publication page. So in doing so, if you edit the master page contents at any point in the future, your publication pages update automatically. So for example, master page elements could include footer information, page numbering information, shapes or placeholder text frames and picture frames. So we'll start with a new document, file new, we'll do 8 pages, and we're going to create a facing pages document, but importantly we can create a default master page, in this case a master page spread, by keeping this option checked. So I'll click OK. And you'll see the master page appearing at the top left of the Pages panel, and it's called Master A. So I'll double click that just to make it view. And then I can now just add some content which I've got previously, which is some footer information. So I'll just paste that in there, and you can see that appear at the bottom of the page. Now this will appear on every publication page that uses this master page. So just to make things a little bit more visible, I can also add, say, a strip along here, and I'll make that quite a strong colour so you can see the effects of it on the publication pages here. And you can see the green line there just showing right the way through. First of all, I'll just get on to creating some guides on the master page, because these will show through onto all publication pages that use this master page. So I'll create guides at horizontal guides at 70, 90 and 100. And I'll use these to align text at a later date. I also want to create a column guide in the same dialogue. In fact, 2 column guides there, and we'll give it a gutter of 10. And I'll click close. Okay, so these will appear in my publication pages at a later date. So let's now just move on to just having a look at where this master A is applied. In fact, because it's a single master and we've created those 8 pages, it's applied to all of these pages equally. So there's master A when you hover over a page thumbnail, and you can see that showing there. Okay, let's take a look at how you can create and apply master pages now. So I've got 2 options available to me in the master pages window. There's this icon, add master, or duplicate selected master. So if I choose add master, this allows me to create a master page with dimensions of my choice, and I can do that for the facing pages master spread or a single page spread. So I'll be able to change the dimensions and choose different presets and the orientation as well. But I actually want to just keep to master A, but make some adjustments to that. So by selecting the master A with the blue outline, I can choose duplicate master. And if I just jump into here, you can see at the moment I've got master A selected and the page locator at the bottom. If I select master B, you can see it's changed to say master B. So that's a good way of indicating which master page you're on as well. So in here, I'll just double click and drag out a particular placeholder text frame. And I can create a second linked text frame like that. And I can insert this particular frame with filler text. Okay, so that's a master page B which has been created with placeholder text in it. Now if I wanted to apply it to a particular page here, so if I wanted to apply it to page 2 and 3, I can select to ensure the whole page is selected and right click and say apply master, and I can choose master B. Click Click OK. And you can see that that master page now is assigned to here. Now if I hover over, it will tell me it's master B. Now if I wanted to apply it to more than one page, I can just shift and then click right the way through onto the last page, and it will select all of my pages, and again apply master, and we'll choose master B, and we'll replace existing. Now normally this is checked, so this means that any master page which is already on the publication page that you've got selected will be cleared out and removed and replaced with master B. So click OK, and we'll verify that by just reviewing these page thumbnails, so they all have this placeholder text all the way through. And we hover over and we see master B right the way through there. Now if I want to clear a master, which is remove a master on an individual page basis, I can right click and choose clear master. And you can see that disappearing there. Similarly at the bottom too. If I want to create multiple master pages, it's possible by right-clicking, apply master, and then choosing, say, master A as well as B, and then unchecking replace existing. You can see that when you hover over, you've got master A and B applied there too. And I could have done that for all the pages right the way throughout the list there. So I'll go back and just apply master B again and replace it. Now one thing you can do as well is you can drag a particular master page onto a thumbnail. Just see how you can do that there. So just do an undo. If I drag that on here, it means that the right spread of the master page is applied to this recto first page. Similarly, if I tried that on this verso page, the left side of the master page spread will be applied to page 8. So now I have master page placeholder text on all of my publication pages. I can go to any particular page and overwrite it with real story content. So I can just simply select all, paste the content and apply paragraph style, for instance body, from the context toolbar. And I can continue to do this through until we link the text frames together. That's some linking through right the way throughout the particular publication. Now let's just have a look at what happens if we introduce text frames with picture frames. So I've introduced this new master page to the document, and I'll apply it to both pages 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. And you'll see that in the same way as we did before, we can, for instance, overwrite the content, which is the placeholder content. So it says introduction there now, and it still says heading 1 on master C. So we've overwritten that, and we can also paste the content in there as we did on pages 2 and 3. Give it a body style. But let's just jump over to the actual picture frames. And the same applies with picture frames, because you can populate those on the page by simply selecting, clicking open, and clicking one by one to populate. And you notice the picture frames in Master C, master page, are still placeholder. So one key thing about this replacing content is that you can't change the text frame or the picture frame sizing. It's all locked. So you're only replacing the placeholder content in text frames, or you're actually populating the placeholder picture frame. Now what happens if you want to make some variants of this particular master page C? And you can actually do this using something called detach mode. We'll do that in page 6 and 7. So I'll jump through there, and I can change the properties of the text frames and picture frames in terms of their appearance and their size. So we'll just do that now. So we'll go to this particular text frame, and we'll then go to the Layers panel, choose the master page C, which we know is applied to it, and then go to the Move tool, ensure that's enabled, and click Detached. Now this then allows me to change the text frame properties. So change that to a 3-column. Notice it's 3-column, and the other instances of master page C are 2-column. I'll change that to 1-column. And this changes locally just on this page. And I can also delete picture frames and resize them just on this particular spread and populate it as before. Just change the heading text there to Sport. Okay, so once you've made those modifications on particular pages, you can go to this kind of orange bar at the top. That indicates you're in this detach mode, and click Finish.